From the kindergarten train, jazz will drift from her earbuds. It'll be the type of music that's whitewashed by lyrics, the type where the male singer moves his voice up and down the spectrum and sings of rainbows in the shower. I'll hate it for sure, but I'll also love it. And the way the girl's hips will sway while her boarding pass flaps in between her fingers. In another world, I would know that she'd offer me an earbud and we'd listen together. But that would take minutes, and I'd only be watching from afar as time faded away like an escalator, a stairway to heaven. There will be exactly 7 ads on the train. 1 for Suncorp loans with smiling actors in a new house. The second for a dating app, like hell anyone would try that. Third is Harvey Norman, a place with fridges and happy employees. The 4th is for the new Toyota Ute that's apparently taking me places. The 5th is McDonald's, with bright colors to catch your eye, and the 6th is for men's coats. The 7th is for a makeup company, with the slogan, "Look how you feel." Does that mean I should look gray and lost and tied to the tracks, or free with a face paint of butterfly wings like the stuff we used to get at kindergarten birthday parties? Suddenly, the girl will grab my wrist. Not too hard. 8 of her nails would dig into my skin. The last one will be ripped off in some way or another. It'll only last a moment. Our breath will mix like chicken soup. She'll lock her hand behind my back and press her lips against my cheek. I'll almost swallow the mint I'll have in my mouth. Alarm bells will go off in my head. I'll be able to remember the clocks and their ticking vaguely like the chug of an old train. It'll be the new year, and I won't feel any different. This will be a problem. I'll have snuck away from my loving wife in bed and our 3 red-nosed children just to stand on a train and get kissed by a stranger and feel the same. I'll look at the girl and she'll avoid my gaze. She'll be Aphrodite, and I'll be Melbourne, miles away and very cold. There will be 9 ways to continue, but only a few will float by at a time. The first being to go and disappear, the second one being to return to my family, and the third being nothing. Fairy tales was something I read in kindergarten. I'll feel like I'm living it, having the male character choose to be free and wild or return home to his children who don't love him in a house that smells of garbage. It will be a dreadful metaphor, a common one. I'll be caught in it though. The train being life, speeding up, and me either grasping for a ride or stumbling into the past. I won't want to be controlled by it, yet I will be. Everyone is. Even the girl who avoids my gaze and listens to jazz as if the world is falling apart in her fingers. So I crack the mint in my mouth into 10 tiny pieces. I'll gulp 9 down into the stone-shaped lump in my throat and spit 1 out into my palm. It'll get forced into a piece of gum and barely stand out. I've already made my mark. The gum won't be sticky anymore, and I won't be afraid of its messages with bite marks or beautiful foreign graffiti that will envelop Bart in a sense of belonging. Before the doors close, I'll sprint out, dragging my suitcase behind me, and hop onto another train that looks exactly the same. Aphrodite will be watching, 1 earbud dripping onto her shoulder, wondering how someone so tortured could escape something we learned as early as kindergarten.